Hey everybody, it's Actual Dragon Tears here. There are a lot of operators in the game right now, and there's only plans to add more. I believe they said 50 to 100, and just looking at that is quite a large number. And the problem I have with that is that we are seeing now, with our large but not as large amount of characters, some forgotten ones that are never picked at all, or almost at all. No, don't. I'm gonna list some, and they're probably gonna make some people upset because they main them or whatever, and say I play this all the time. Well, I get it, you do, but most people don't. So let's start, and let's just get the obvious out of the way. Poor Blackbeard. Oh, you poor man. You went from being one of the most picked, if not the most picked operator, to if someone picks you, they're stupid. No, alright, don't get mad at me. He does have his use. He can still block headshots. Granted, I mean, when you have a full auto weapon, it doesn't really work that well, but it can save you in certain situations. But the point is not whether or not his gadget is useful, it's about his pick rate. And a lot of people just find him to be absolutely terrible. There's no point to him. His shield takes two shots and it's dead. And then most of the time, because it's a full auto weapon firing at 800 rounds per minute, those 2 shots and then 5 more go into your head. Yeah. Next, we're moving on to a recently buffed operator that still doesn't get much love, and that's IQ. IQ just kind of falls into the category of she doesn't really have much use. Yeah, she can detect electronics, which is all fine and dandy, but the problem is a lot of these electronics aren't that big of a deal. I mean, oh, look, there's a mute jammer. Well, I mean, my breaching charge doesn't work, so, I mean, yeah, I can kind of see that. Oh, there's a Kapkan trap. Well, I can see a giant glowing red laser. Okay. Well, the only thing I can really see is pulse and cameras. Now, granted, those are fine, and I'll get into that a little bit later, the pulse situation, but for cameras, once you actually get into the building and you're actually pushing towards the objective, they're not going to be checking cameras. Like, let's be honest here. Yeah, they might check him in the beginning of the round, and then maybe like halfway through the round when there's like 3 people left and they don't know where they are and we're trying to find them. But other than that, you won't get much use with her. Her weapons are great. She gets grenades, which I think only 3 other operators get, which is great. It's just her gadget is not that beneficial to the team. Let's jump over to the defensive side really quick and talk about Rook. Okay, no, I'm joking. We all know Rook is very, very popular. I'm talking about Pulse. Pulse kind of falls, not as severely, but into the same field as Blackbeard. He came out, he was good, he got buffed and was godly. And then they nerfed him, not into oblivion, but to the point where there's really no point to him. Yeah, he can still see through walls, and yeah, he still has his sensor, but the problem is the sensor only has a range from 7 to 9 meters or something like that, and let's be honest, at that range, you're pretty much spitting distance away. So, unless they're on the opposite side of a wall from you, you're not gonna get much use out of that thing. Not to mention that since they fixed the hot switch, tactic you could use, it takes him forever to deploy and to put away his gadget. Just, you literally spend 3 seconds just unfolding the thing and folding it back up, which if you see a guy in a doorway or a wall, it's not going to be much use because you see him, yeah, and he's moving, but the time it takes you to unfold your monitor and pull your gun back out, he could be just 10 feet in front of you or 10 feet away from you, and well, guess what? You just gave away your position, and you probably didn't hit him. Now, this is the one that I know people get mad at me about, because there are some pretty hardcore Pulse players, and they're very good Pulse players. Trust me, Thami comes to mind. But it's just the fact that you don't see him really ever in game. Even Castle, I think I see more than Pulse. Granted, Castle is also a fairly bad operator. Of course, in Pro League and whatnot, he can be used to a great effect. But for the most part, I mean, most people just barricade up the room and then get fused. But he does have his use, especially in Hostage, when, I mean, they can't fuse the room, or else, fuse, yeah. So, but even he gets picked more than Pulse. Now, other than that, the game is pretty well balanced, especially the defender side. I mean, defenders, they pretty much have a straight flush. You almost never have mandatory picks. Rook and maybe Jaeger are really the only two that I can think of. Mute is, of course, good to have, but they might also have a bandit, or we might not just have neither and wing it. We can have trap operators like Frost or Kapkan, which is perfectly fine, or Area Denial, which we only have smoke, so I still think that we need another one. Come on, give us a Molotov, please. Please, Ubisoft, give us a Molotov. And then the attackers, on the other hand, they are a bit more stacked to certain characters. Let's be honest here. Pretty much anyone is going to pick either Hibana or Thermite. Thatcher's most likely going to go with them. And then just having a rusher like Ashe. And those are pretty much your straight characters. Of course, the other choices are really all up to you. A lot of people like Sledge just for breaching capabilities, and then other people like Shields, which Shields aren't really in a good place at the moment. They are getting fixed, thank God, but they aren't that good right now. So yeah, those were the three operators who you really never see in the game. I mean, do you see them a lot more than I do? Leave your comments down below. I'd love to read them. What do you think about the video? Leave a rating whether you liked it or disliked it. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.